What's up guys, welcome to FoundFlix. That's right, there's a new TREMORS TV series in the works and it's going to feature the return of Kevin Bacon to the franchise. The original film came out in 1990 starring the Baconator, Fred Ward, Reba McEntire, and Michael Gross as residents of the small town of Perfection, Nevada. The movie manages to create some well-drawn, down-to-earth characters with the dynamic between Val and Earl especially being a highlight. And of course, there's the iconic graboids themselves. The series' main antagonists are very memorable, starting off as mysterious and unseen, causing mayhem in the desert. Then the stinky flesh-eating worms appear later, showing off some sweet practical effects, and they are just straight up scary looking with those massive mouths. TREMORS was not a financial success upon initial release, but has developed a strong cult following over the years. The series continued with several direct-to-video sequels without Kevin Bacon, and in the later entries, the only remaining character from the original is Michael Gross's paranoid survivalist Bert. There's a sixth film currently in production featuring Gross and Jamie Kennedy as his son that's set for release in January 2018. Gross also starred in the short-lived TREMORS the TV series back in 2003 on SyFy. But now SyFy is giving a TREMORS TV show another shot, this time with the return of Kevin Bacon's Val over 25 years since the original. In addition to starring, Bacon is also set as an executive producer, and the show is being produced by Blumhouse Television, since it appears Blumhouse is trying to take over the entire horror genre single-handedly. But to me, it's also a good sign that Jason Blum is producing, and his company's track record of hits like Split and Get Out speaks for itself. They already have their hand in other TV series, including one based on The Purge, also with SyFy. The new show is said to be a continuation of the franchise rather than a reboot, featuring Val coming back to Perfection as the threat of the graboids returns to the small town and only Val can save the day. But time hasn't been kind to the former handyman, and in addition to deadly worms, he has to battle his own personal issues, including age, alcoholism, and a delusional hero complex. I like that they are sticking with the character as an unwitting hero forced back into action, and the direction they are taking Val's character made me think of present-day Ash in his show Ash vs. Evil Dead that picks up decades after the original films. It worked well to show us what happens to someone who never really wanted to be a hero, but was just thrust into a situation and forced to deal with the unimaginable. At first, it seemed that Kevin Bacon wasn't exactly thrilled with his role in TREMORS, saying he at one point broke down in front of his then pregnant wife Kira Sedgwick, lamenting about why was he starring in a movie about underground worms. But it seems that over time Bacon has grown to appreciate the character and was interested in revisiting Val after so many years. This is the only character I've played that I've ever thought about revisiting. I just got to thinking, where would this guy end up after 25 years? Andrew Miller has a fantastic take on it, and we hope to create a show that will be fun and scary for fans of the movie and folks that have yet to discover it. Let's kick some graboid ass! Andrew Miller, who wrote the new pilot, will also serve as showrunner if it goes forward. Miller doesn't have too many credits to his name, and most notable was his one-season run as the showrunner of the young adult adaptation The Secret Circle. So it's hard to say based on his credits what kind of take on the story to expect, but it's at least interesting enough to get Bacon interested after 2 decades, so it's gotta be probably pretty good. At this point, Bacon is the only character from the series to return, but come on, they gotta get Michael Gross on board. He's been keeping the franchise alive for quite some time now and deserves to show up in the series too. It also would be cool but extremely unlikely to have Reba McEntire return as Bert's wife. She's a much bigger star than back in 1990, and it would be really fun to see her fighting big old worms again. But I'd say the person I'd most like to return is Fred Ward. As I mentioned, their chemistry was a huge part of why I like the first one so much, and would love to see the two back together and giving each other shit 25 years crustier. At this point, there's only a pilot being produced, and the show hasn't officially been picked up to series. But I've got a feeling that it will, and I'm sure based on the hype alone, SyFy would be happy to be home to the TREMORS TV series. But please don't make the graboids entirely CG. I had the scary thought of seeing some very low-rent versions of the graboids due to SyFy's not exactly high-quality track record. Hopefully they'll at least utilize some practical effects in the show, which would fit more in line with the style of the original movie as well. That's all the news we have for now, but make sure to stay tuned to FoundFlix for all the latest on the TREMORS TV show and other horror as well. Are you guys excited by the return of Kevin Bacon in a new TREMORS TV series? Which other characters would you most hope to see in the show? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow. Thanks for watching FoundFlix. See you next time.